Hey, ladies and gentlemen. So we are working on Brazil from Unit 5, Cities and Urban Land Use. That means that our focus on this unit is going to be on cities and the use of urban lands. All right, so the first question here is, what continent is Brazil located on? I'm not going to give you that one. It's really easy. Just look at the maps here. This is a little harder because it's mentioned in the READ document, but it's kind of hard to find. But if you come to this map, and you zoom in a lot, in Brazil, you can see it has Brasilia marked in red. That is because that is the capital city of Brazil. That is your freebie for today. What type of government does Brazil have? You just go down to the government section here, and it is right in there. Super easy to find. Let's see, where is the government section? Keep going. Settlement, people, more people, even more people, government. All right, so it'll be there in the first sentence. Total population, you're just going to come here to this chart. You're going to look for the year 2020 and the total population. What type of population does Brazil have according to the population pyramid? So you're going to come down here to the population pyramid, look at it, read the little thing on the side, and pick which one of these you think is correct. Population density is again back up in this chart here. So you just need to go and find the population density. Same with fertility rate. It is up in this chart. All right, now, what is the official religion of Brazil? So you're going to go to the religion section, which is up here. Now, this is not found at the very beginning, but it is in here. So you will need to read the entire paragraph in order to get this answer. What is the main language? This is going to be in the languages section there. What is the official currency? You're going to come down to the section dealing with resources, and it will be in there. Although I think it's actually above me. I might have went too far. Yep. All right, so you're going to go up to the section dealing with resources, and it will be in that section. So resources, economy, specifically resources though. All right. So tell me what type of climate I can find in Brazil. All right. So you're going to want to look at the climate section. Is going to have a really good amount of information there. You have a picture over here that has a map of climate classification. So you can literally just use this map to answer this question. And this one is really, really easy. 3 ecosystems. So you're going to want to look at terrain, climate, environment. Basically, the environment section will have the information you need on ecosystems. Remember, ecosystems are things like plains, forest, mountains, swamp, stuff like that. How are people using the land or depending on the environment? Okay, again, this is going to be in the environment section, the resource section, and the agriculture section. Like any of those will give you some information on how they're using the environment. Natural resources is going to come from the resource section. And they have, I think, a map over here that lists all the different natural resources they have. How have human activities affected Brazil? You're going to want to look at environmental issues. All right, that one is the easiest. But you can also look at resources and agriculture. Those are different ways that humans have affected Brazil. What sorts of challenges does the physical geography present to the people of Brazil? Things like mountains, swamps, desert, or rainforests, not man-made issues like pollution. I've had a lot of people giving me pollution, and because I didn't specify that, I've been given credit for it. But we're looking for things that they had to overcome before they polluted the environment. Things like, seasonal floods, hurricanes. If you live in I don't know, Kansas, you have to deal with tornadoes. If you live in the mountains, you have to deal with the mountains, things of that nature. What sorts of things do they have to get over in order to live in Brazil? What makes Brazilian society unique? Be specific. Don't just say clothes and food. I have a lot of people saying, well, they have a lot of different types of people that live there. They have interesting clothes, or they have interesting food. That's not specific enough, right? So you're going to have to go to the section that deals with culture, ethnic groups, read this section on people in order to answer this question. Culture is probably a pretty good section here. But remember, you're looking for something that makes it unique. So if it's something that you've read about before, then it's probably not unique and it probably shouldn't be put here as an answer. All right. So I'm sure I'm going to have some people say that, they practice Roman Catholicism. Well, that's not unique. That is something that's practiced all over the world. So look for unique things. List all major religions practiced in Brazil, which is the most common. Okay, so again, religions, you have a list over here, and it talks about them in here. List all major religions. That means that there should be more than just one. If you just tell me Roman Catholicism, I'm going to only give you half credit because that is just the most common one, right? So all of them, at least all the ones that are listed. Which part of Brazil's history has the largest impact on their geography? It can be social or physical. All right. So here for Brazil, you're probably going to want to talk about the sugarcane plantations and possibly slavery or immigration. That had a huge impact on the population of Brazil. It changed up the entire, social geography of the place. So you'll want to look through the people and culture section for that information. What are a couple interesting facts you learned about Brazil? This one's up to you. Whatever you think that you found that was interesting, that is your choice. As long as you put something here that has to do with Brazil, you're probably going to be pretty good. What can you tell me about current events? This is found at the end of the read, all right? So if you go all the way down here, you have a timeline, right? Going all the way up to, fairly recent times. So you want to come down here and read probably this last paragraph to give you the information about current events in Brazil. And that is it. That is the country report. Should not be too bad. Nothing crazy going on here. This is pretty standard stuff. So as always, if you have questions, please feel free to email me or come to the Google Meets, and I will do my best to help you. Later.